we have gone through them and verified the screenshots and the transaction IDs and all of that. And of course, anyone who lied has been removed from that list. But chances are, if you, and I said this last time, if you're wondering if you're on that list or if your application was removed for some reason, reach out to aiming or myself. Actually, aiming is probably a better bet right now. But we can go through and we can check. I've reached out to a couple people personally who've contacted me and asked if if their information was sufficient, and I was able to confirm that they are still on the list. So that is going to be compensation. There is going to be built into the V2 tokenomics, and we're getting the final numbers on that today. Now that we have all the funds back from Hit Network and we have all of our assets, we'll be able to make those calculations and figure out what that looks like and what the terms of being able to claim those tokens will be on the new platform.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. And for anyone that had that happen, please understand that we're very sensitive to like how bad that hurts, how much that sucked. And, you guys are a priority to us. So just because we haven't mentioned it yet, don't worry. It's all happening in the background. And after we get to V2, you'll see. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is from Christina. And she says, how would you make sure we don't get caught by scammers posting links to connect wallets to their website? And I love this question, Christina. And the only way that I can answer that is to say, we can't. We can help you to educate yourself. We can do everything within our power to, provide you the knowledge that it takes to not fall into these traps. But we have no ability to stop people from stealing our profile pictures, changing their usernames to look like our usernames and then DMing you. Like, you just have to know there's a few core things that you should know. We will never DM you. Okay. There's nothing currently out there for V2. And if you watch the security talk I gave yesterday and you follow all of the instructions that I put in there, I can assure you a scammer cannot get to your money because you will not be operating on the machine that your money lives on. Period. End of story. The machine that I'm talking to you on right now has exactly $1 in cryptocurrency, and it's a little bit of gas in a dummy wallet that I use on Ethereum. That's it. If I click a bad link, it doesn't matter because that bad link is on a machine that has nothing on it. My crypto machine has no Discord, no email, no Telegram, zero portals into that machine to where a scammer could get a link through. It could not happen. So the best recommendation I could have for anyone in here, get a hardware wallet, get a dedicated computer that is only for cryptocurrency. If you need something cheap, get like a used laptop and wipe the operating system and reboot the operating system, put some antivirus on there, do all the updates, and then use it strictly for cryptocurrency. Don't browse Twitter, don't do anything else. And then when you're done making your transactions, turn it off and go put it in a safe or something and leave it alone. Take it completely offline and don't put anything on the computer that you do all of your day-to-day stuff on. If you follow that advice and you accidentally click a bad link, because the truth is all of us are probably going to do that at some point because we're human and we make mistakes. It doesn't matter. There's nothing for them to steal. So that would be my recommendation. That's like the best way that I can answer that question for you is we're going to educate you guys on the best ways of keeping yourself safe. Okay. Next question is from @Jared2025. Hello, Jared. And it says, has there been any discussions about a possible referral/affiliate program where users can be rewarded for onboarding new users to the Ben platform? I kind of think we have discussed this. Have we not, Cassie?
Yeah, this is one of the key ideas behind the original platform. And there has been some discussion. And this is also where updating the roadmap comes in. So there are some things that have to be put in place, but this is a function that would be available through the wallet. So the platform is going to be out before the wallet, but that's something that Austin and I have discussed, and it was originally part of the model that I put together. I think we're still looking at that. but it's one of those things that it's going to depend, one step at a time. Like we get the platform out, then we start incorporating the revenue streams, and we'll be able to get a better idea of what that can look like and what we can pay out for those.
Excellent, excellent. And affiliate programs are very, very easy to integrate. Like I've used multiple in the past, and they're very easy to integrate with our platform. So we'll have no trouble doing that. The real question that comes into my mind are the incentives. Like, what is the best way that we can incentivize people? Because look, if it's about crypto adoption, it's definitely about sharing, what we're putting together. Like that's a big part of it. And the more people that use our platform, the more we can do, because there's a lot of value in numbers. It gives us a more approachable pitch when we want to go to somebody and say, hey, how about we work something out where we can get some discounts for our Ben coin holders, and in return, our platform users will now know your name. They'll see your logo right on our website, things like that. And obviously the more traffic we have, the better that we can do that. So excellent question, Jared. Thank you for bringing that up. All right. Number 9, Uptrender74. This is my favorite question of the day, actually. That may not be true. But anyhow, when V2? That's it. It just says when V2. And so let me give you an update. I'll tell you exactly where we're at with V2. And so you guys know the liquidity unlocks in 3 days. And when I started saying the liquidity unlock, all I was doing was telling you that must happen before V2 happens. Nobody ever said V2 is coming out on that day. We've always been very clear that September 18th is not the day we're launching V2. It's just the day the liquidity unlocks from Unicrypt. So right now, the platform is essentially built. We're still fixing up some UI UX stuff. The migration has been deployed on the testnet, which means we can test it out. The contracts are written, and most have been deployed with the exception of the new token. We have not deployed the new token yet because we're still working out a couple of specifics there. Now, I know there's been a lot of people that have been asking about cross-chain, and I'm always kind of firm saying, right now cross-chain doesn't make any sense. But I do want you to know that we are integrating layer 0 capability with our smart contract for V2, which means if we just wanted the ability. So if/when we do decide to have a more cross-chain presence, which I can see happening at some point when it makes sense, that's all built right in to the new token. So when V2 after myself, Cassie, and Ben are 1000% sure that we have beaten the crap out of it every way, which way, shape, or form, and there's no bugs, and everything is working properly. And so as we get closer, I will be more than happy to share some UI screenshots with you guys. And when we are fairly certain of a date, we will let you know a time frame there. So that's the best I can tell you on V2 is just hang tight with us, guys. We want to produce the best possible product for you guys. Okay. Next one, Mr. Anonymous. After the V2 launched, will wallet-to-wallet transfer have any tax included? As in some coins, there is transfer tax as well. This is an excellent question, and everyone should be wondering this if you don't know the answer to it. So the way that our tax is built is you have to interact with the LP specifically. So that means wallet-to-wallet transfers will not have a tax whatsoever. You can send them wallet-to-wallet all day long. If you interact with the liquidity, then there will be a tax, right? The specific liquidity that is on Uniswap. And so that's the only way that you're going to be assessed a transfer tax is with the liquidity. So rest assured, there will be no taxes going wallet to wallet. All right. Next one, Trey Cunningham. Thank you for this question. Can you share some details about the platform's possible release dates? So we've talked about that. And features connected to utilities. So up front, I'll tell you exactly what will be in the V2. So the first will be the migrate page. We've already talked about that. It's just going to look and feel like a simple swap. You're gonna send your V1 and you're going to receive V2, and we're going to burn V1, and that's how that's going to go. There's going to be a swap page. Okay. Now, this is a front end, and God help me. There are projects out there that are telling you right now that they have a decentralized exchange that is literally nothing more than a front end to Uniswap. We're not launching a decentralized exchange. If you go to a site that they're calling themselves a DEX and you don't see the ability to add liquidity, they're not a DEX. They're a front end that's hooked up to an API or that's hooked up to the router, right? So all we want to do, the only purpose for us putting this swap page on here, we don't make any money from it, $0 whatsoever. We want to ensure that when people come to our website, we don't have to send them anywhere else to be able to buy Bencoin. That's it. End of story. Also, we don't want, you guys remember when Uniswap turned off their front end for Bencoin, right? There was a trademark letter or something like that sent. And being that Uniswap is in the United States, they have to take that stuff seriously. And so what all they did is they just turned it off on the UI. So like you couldn't trade it at uniswap.org. We don't want them to have that type of power either. And so now that we have our own UI, Uniswap can do whatever the hell they want. It doesn't really affect us anymore because you can swap it right through the BenFi site. And so that's, and then also let's get into, I want to talk about staking for a second because this is something that we should probably address a little bit. So there's two types of staking that will be on the site, and I cannot promise you they're going to be active at launch, although one of them, we're trying to figure out a way to make that active for you guys. So there's one type of staking, which is stake Bencoin to earn partner tokens. When we started on the V2 trajectory, we had a good chunk of partnerships that were like, yeah, absolutely, we want to do this. We'll share a portion of our supply with you. You can let people stake Ben to earn that portion of the supply over time. It's kind of like a mutual marketing thing, right? If you're staking, you obviously know what this project is. A certain percentage of those people will go look at that project and it's mutually beneficial. So that's something that is still in the works. It's going to be used over time. Although the second part of the staking is the one that I believe will potentially, I can't promise you, but will be potentially live at the point of launch. And that's going to be stake Ben to earn Ben. And the reason that we have obviously more control over that is because it's all within, the Ben token specifically. And so that's really what we're looking at when we launch. We've got the swap page, we've got the migrate page, we've got the staking, and we've obviously got, the new token, new contract and everything. And that gives us the foundation that we need. There are multiple ideas that we have for how we're going to continue to build out the DApp to give utility, to give benefits, to give partner discounts. And this is even prior to us building out the educational platform, because you got to remember, this is all going to be part and parcel of the same thing. So if grandma wants to understand why the Federal Reserve was created to screw over people, and why Bitcoin is absolutely necessary, and why people in Argentina, you don't have to explain to them why Bitcoin is necessary. They know because their currency is inflated at a rate of 10% per month, right? Things like that a lot of people live in the United States, we just kind of take for granted because we haven't really experienced a ton of that yet. It's probably coming. That's the type of platform that you can just send grandma to and she'll go, well, you know what? That makes a hell of a lot of sense. All right, how do I buy some of this Bitcoin? How do I get a share? Is what my mom would say. So, that's the type of platform we want to build out over time, and we want to take people from I know nothing to, damn, I kind of know something now. And if we can do that and incentivize them properly, and really get people engaged in this, I feel like we've, as far as the platform is concerned, we're doing good things, and there will be utility built into that all throughout for the Ben token. So hopefully that answered that question for you sufficiently. Did you have anything you wanted to say on that, Cass? I know I've been kind of going off.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry, Austin. I missed
That's
that.
great. No worries. No worries.
Trying to answer all those questions.
No, you're good. I saw the chat come through. All right, we're good. No, we're going to keep rocking. It was literally just about utility and what the platform is going to look like. Okay.
Oh no,
You
you covered everything, and we'll be able to provide more info on that after our Wednesday meeting. Austin, we'll get all there's a lot going on in the background, guys. It's just about the timeline and timing it out, so we'll be able to be more specific with those details.
Agreed, wholeheartedly. Okay, the next one is from Web3 Nobody. Dude, I like you a lot, man. I've chatted with you in in Telegram. I always appreciate your comments, man. So thank you for being there. Um, and he says, "What happened to the Hourglass Collective Partnership?" So actually, nothing. Episode 1 launched, and I hit up Jet. And I'm like, Jet, we like still have sponsorship going on, right? And Jet's, I guess, the founder or one of the head honchos over there. He said, yeah, absolutely. There was a glitch on episode 1. And when episode 1 launched, the sponsors were not like the sponsor page was not shown as a glitch. And so when episode 2 comes out, which I don't know the exact date of that, but it's probably not too far into the future. You will see the sponsors page, right? And these are the people that are providing the prizes for the winners. And you will see BenCoin on there. And so that is still in the works. And we're still doing that, guys. So nothing has changed for that. Okay. The next one is from @Rankin Lankin. Love that name, brother. All right. What will be the top 3 utilities at launch for BenCoin V2? I think we've probably covered that a couple of times. So I would just say, go back a little tiny bit, like 3 questions in the recording, and you will be able to have that question answered. I assume if you're listening, you've already had it answered. And I have a confession to make, guys. I messed up. We started the AMA. It was rolling. It was going great. I was getting all fired up. And then I realized I forgot to hit the damn record button. So like we started recording at like question number 3 or 4. And I greatly apologize that I forgot to do that. We had to call an audible at game time with YouTube telling us to wait 24 hours. And so my apologies. There will be a recording, but it's essentially only going to cover like the last 10 questions that we did. And I'll tell you guys now, if any questions have not been answered, go ahead and drop them in chat, tag me. I will go through my tags real quick for about 10 minutes at the end of this and answer whatever questions that may still be outstanding for you guys. All right. So the last question that I have here on the submitted list is from Pietro D'Aquisto. Boy, I am so sorry if I did that wrong. 92. Do you think that BenCoin can be used to build other projects like games, other crypto, or NFTs? And I would say the cool thing about BenCoin is we can almost do literally anything as long as it is squeaky clean from a legal perspective. That's what I'll tell you guys. If anything we want to do, we're obviously going to get legal advice for, but we can do pretty much anything just because of the open nature of what we want to build, right? A crypto adoption tool is like, if you hear that phrase, you should be asking, well, what does that mean, right? Because it's almost ambiguous in the way that it's presented until you get into the details and kind of understand what the plans are. But that's a really cool thing. Like we might have, I don't know if a launch pad is the word, but we may have some way of partnering up with projects of offering them consultation, guidance, assistance, who the hell knows what it's going to look like 6 months or a year from now, but I wouldn't take anything off the table. So do you think that BenCoin can be used to build other projects like games, crypto, or NFTs? I would say, hell yeah, it can. Absolutely can. And we just kind of got to get to that point first. So, all right, those are those questions. Hopefully I answered them sufficiently for you guys. And I am going to go through the tags, and it looks like maybe there's only one. Will there be a hackathon to test V2 before launch? Yes, it will be me and 3 laptops and our developer team, which is like, actually the developer team is very robust. They're not small. I think there's like, I don't know. I'd have to ask the guys. They at least 6 on the dev team, and the contracts are like in audit right now. And so the hackathon is essentially just going to be, it's just going to be us going through and beating the hell out of the site and making sure that everything's functioning properly. And, once it is to our satisfaction, then we will release it to you guys. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Oh, episode 2 is today at 5 p.m. Pacific. Well, there you go. Thank you, Ron, for saying that. People are waiting for Ben Armstrong to say something. Well, you must have missed the beginning because Ben's not going to say anything on this one because he's on a media blackout until next Tuesday, my friend. And that is one of the most important things I can say to you. So, all right. I think that's pretty much it. I think we've probably hashed this out. I will wait one more minute to see if anything else pops through. Blockbytes when moon comes when the sun sets. So take that for what it's worth. What is Apple Box time? Web3 nobody. I am also very confused. I don't even know what it is. Cassie promised to tell me what that was, and I forgot to ask her because we had 100 other things going on. But if and when I find out, I will DM you, bro. And I will. No, I won't. But you can DM me, and then I'll get you hooked up with an answer. All right. That's it, man. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you all for coming in here. Appreciate you all very, 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 very much. Anything you want to say in conclusion, Cass?
No, I'm excited to get back focused on all of this. You got, like, everyone here has been incredible, and we've got a whole slew of meetings lined up next week. We made a lot of really good decisions in the beginning, and just really approach this from a business perspective, and I couldn't be happier with where we're at as far as in relation to all the drama happening outside of us. Like, we really are set up in a phenomenal way, and success is going to be so much easier to reach because of it. So I'm grateful for everyone's patience. Austin, I love you. You're amazing. Like, couldn't have done this without you.
Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate that, Cassie. The sentiment is shared, my friend. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get the hell out. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm starving. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.